got a large office. But when it gets up into the, 50s and hundreds of life coaches, we'll have to find a larger facility. But we're going to have face-to-face training as well. We'll also have some email support and some text support for our life coaches. So we basically want to not only train you, we want to share our platform with you. We want to create stars. So we have a weekly live stream show. So if you're one of these 7 life coaches in training, and let's say you live in Poland or in Alabama, which 2 of our good candidates do, we would Skype you in for 20 minutes as a guest on our live stream show. So you would get exposure. We would allow you to put 2 or 3 videos a month on our thriving YouTube channel that has close to 19,000 subscribers. We would give you resources, inexpensive resources, to build powerful and effective websites and your own YouTube channels. We would, as part of the deal, on your YouTube channel and on your website, we're going to be developing a lot of products. Right now I have 9 products that I sell online, but we would want you to put a section on the homepage of your website selling those products. And if you write a book, we will sell your products on our site as well and promote it. Another point I want to make is you don't have to specialize in narcissistic abuse syndrome coaching in order to be part of this. You can really be part, have a subspecialty related to the treatment of complex PTSD. It can't be, I'm going to be a coach in how people can have a good butterfly collection. That's not going to be a good fit. But if you want to, for instance, come from a spiritual perspective or a biblical perspective, or more from a yoga perspective, whatever, from a perspective of how people can rebuild their careers, from a how do you learn how to start dating in a healthy way. There's a lot of subspecialties that can spin off of having your life destroyed and experience trauma in your body. So you could be the dating coach for people that have been narcissistically abused. So it doesn't have to be about treating narcissistic abuse syndrome. It can be related. So that's what we have figured out so far. But there are some things that we haven't quite figured out, and that is how to monetize the endeavor to where you get a great deal. You get the deal of the century where you're an accountant making say you're an accountant making $70,000 and you're not happy, and we come along and train you over a year's time for much less than you'd pay for a university, and then have you pay us a monthly fee that wouldn't be much more than your cell phone bill and your internet bill combined, where you can make a 6-figure income working less than 40 hours a week, and then you can live wherever you want. You can move to Sao Paulo. You can move to Hawaii. The beautiful thing about the coaching business is you don't have to live where you're living now. I have plans in the next couple years to be based out of some beach house just north or south of Myrtle Beach. And I'll still own Family Tree Counseling, and I'll still have a home in Indianapolis, but I want to spend most of my time sitting on the beach writing books. So we want to provide that for you, but we have to do it in a way where our time and our expertise are paid for, so that we're not running ourselves into the ground and I'm having to see 30 hours of clients a week to support educating you guys. So it has to be an interdependent deal where you get a lot of value, and it's not that we would get rich, but it would free up our time to not only devote ourselves to the coaching of coaches, but also for me, for instance, to go write. So I've thought of 3 options, and again, we're thinking through this, so nothing is in concrete. One option would be to have you pay for most of the training up front. And there might be some of you out there that have money in the bank and can pay for that. I'm going to put hundreds of my hours into building this training program. And like I said, I bill at about $175 an hour. So this is not free. This is something that is of great value that can equip you for a 6-figure income. So if you were to pay, and just to ballpark it, and again, nothing's in concrete, but probably somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000. And I have to do the math, and I have to figure out how much time it's going to take. But that would be for people who pay for the majority of their training up front. And then they'd have a smaller monthly fee for the ongoing support and the continued involvement and use of the Family Tree brand. So that's one option. The second option is, I know there's very talented people out there that don't have $3,000 to $5,000, yet they might make better long-term life coaches. So another option would be to pay a smaller fee up front, which would probably be, again, these numbers could change. Don't hold me to these numbers because I haven't done the math. I'm just telling you, we haven't fully developed it, but I just want to get people thinking. So it would be about half. Instead of $3,000 to $5,000 area, it would be in the $1,500 to $2,500 area. But then, once you got trained, then you would pay probably the double the ongoing monthly fee. So if you don't have the money to invest early on, you can get equipped, build a large caseload, make a lot of money, and then still it would just be double your cell phone / internet bill. Still wouldn't amount to a lot, but that would be one way to pay for it. There's a third option, and that is people that just want the training. They don't necessarily want to be in the Family Tree brand network. They want to really develop their own independent brand. They just want training on how to get the thing started. And then the fee would be larger up front because we're not going to have any long-term benefit from training you. We're not going to have monthly fees. We're not going to have websites selling our products. We're not going to have people subscribing to our YouTube channel who are part of that coach's network. So that fee would probably be in the $7,000 to $8,000 range. So, and again, these numbers could be smaller, they could be larger. I'm just ballparking it. I think most people would want to be part of the Family Tree brand. So the first two options would be more realistic. The last option, there might be people that want that. And so, again, the last option, let me back it up and say between 5,000 and 7,000, that area. Okay. So we're excited, and we have, I think, a lot of insight and knowledge to offer. A lot of YouTube gurus, they spend all their time talking about narcissists. And in my opinion, their focus is clearly in the wrong place. The main focus of helping people isn't teaching them more about narcissists. It's helping them to heal themselves. If you want to learn about narcissists, watch Sam Vaknin, okay? But that isn't going to heal you. It'll teach you some things, but it isn't even going to keep you from falling in love with narcissists. Just because you know doesn't mean you can get healthy. So that's what we know about the program thus far. And if you're interested, we don't have a website where you can fill out an application yet. We will. But send me a cover letter and a resume to Mark Smith at familytreecounseling.com. Now, I know there's folks out there that say, well, I don't even have $1,500. I, want to be trained, but I couldn't invest anything in it. And to start a 6-figure business, you got to put some skin in the game. And if your recovery is such that you're just trying to make, enough money to put in your car to get to work, it's probably not a good time to start a 6-figure business and to join an international thriving internet concern. And I love you guys, and I wish I could do it for free, but then I would be harming my own health and running myself into the ground and giving away, it's cost me a lot of time and a lot of pain and a lot of sweat and a lot of tears, not only to learn what I know, but to build what I've built in our YouTube channel, in our website, in our local reputation here in Indianapolis, in our international reputation as counselors. So I got to charge just pay for my expenses. So I hope you understand that. I'm not trying to exclude you. Find a way to beg, borrow, but not steal, whatever it takes to invest in the training, and it will be the best investment you'll ever make. Trust me on that, because if you do the work and you do what we say, 6 figures, sitting at the beach, helping people really change their lives, saving lives, talking about stuff that is really fun, you can do that. I'll show you how to do it. So that's all I had to say about the update. I will keep you updated. I'm going to be making occasional videos on this channel as we move toward the selection of our first class. And even